Welcome, everybody. We are talking today about relearning yourself and the importance of that. You guys know I always like to talk about the importance of things, and I feel like relearning yourself is such an interesting process. I feel like my sister is having like a self-awakening right now. I wrote about that in my blog. Well, about self-awakening, not about you. I wrote about self-awakening in my blog. And I just, I wanted to talk to her about this. I felt like she would be a great person to have this conversation with, but I'm just curious. So when did you realize that you were like changing, blossoming? How would you put this? When did you realize things are changing for you?
I don't know.
To respond?
Probably post-grad, summer, that first summer after college graduation. It's a great one. That was sarcasm. It's not a great one. Yeah, probably right around then. And then
How many years? It's been a few years, right? Or like a year or two?
don't do this thing. It hasn't been a few years.
No, it's actually been a year.
That was false, and it just became a year.
It just became
Literally a month ago.
Yeah, it did. When did the self-awakening start happening to you? Like, did you realize it at first? Because I would say, I don't know, with you, I feel like the first question is always, when did you realize that people around your life were shifting? Like, people coming in and people going out.
Yeah, that post-grad summer. All happens then.
Well, you became a Delta when? That was your senior year?
No.
Junior year?
Yes. That was me.
I would have even said it was happening for you then.
I mean, yeah, obviously you gain a whole new set of line sisters. Like your circle changes in terms of you're going to be around them more. So yeah, in that sense, it shifted, but it was different post-grad. It was a different kind of shift, I think. But I guess like, it did happen a little bit before then. I think my senior year spring semester is when I started to get a lot more like in tune with, my faith and stuff like that. And then I think the tools were presented to me, not presented to me, because it was always there. We grew up, obviously surrounded and being in the church, which I am thankful for. Shout out to Mom. So the tools.
That was
the tools.
That was a very good part.
So my senior year spring semester, I said, okay, I'm gonna set a little routine for myself. So I would, and this was when I started to get more into the gym and the strength training, the weightlifting, stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna wake up every morning at 6. I'm gonna read my Bible. I'm gonna take some notes in my little journal. I'm gonna run to the gym on campus.
Oh wait, not on campus.
Yeah,
so you can run into the gym now.
Yeah, no, we don't do that anymore.
Oh, what?
We have a car now, so we drive.
Right. She be driving around. The self-awakening came with a whip.
Yes, it sure did. So I lose my train of thought.
So you were running on campus. You were writing it down.
So that senior year spring semester, I was waking up, like I said, reading my Bible, writing my journal, and then I would run to the gym, move some weights, exercise, and then I would run back, and then that was how I started my morning.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know you was really exercising like crazy. I didn't know that you were into the fitness.
Yeah, that's when it started.
Time.
Shout out to my line sister Aaliyah. She was the first
Aaliyah,
person. Yeah, she like that. Get with her.
Strong.
Get with her.
She was on the episodes a few episodes back, yeah.
Yeah, so she was the first person to kind of show me the way and let me get comfortable with lifting weights and stuff like that. Before I was really just doing a lot of running, cardio, stuff like that, which I still like to do.
Me.
But
I'm a cardio all day.
You gonna sit out here and lie to these people? Let me tell you about the last time my sister visited a gym. It wasn't with me. So I don't know where she's doing her cardio at. Maybe
I'm gonna sign up for a gym, y'all. I moved, and I'm gonna sign up for a gym around where I moved.
Yeah, so that was when I started to put more of a focus on establishing a routine. And then, so like I said, I had the tools and that I was reading more. But then it came for me to like call on those tools that summer post grad where it was like everything is shifting, you're adjusting a whole different way, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, totally. You know, a lot of people know that post grad summer after college is a rough. What? So, yeah, and it was just obviously feeling very confused and very like, and then I think that was my first experience where it was like, okay, we could call on God. we could do that. We could pray a little bit more. Yeah, we could use the tools. And I think once that clicked for me in my own sense, instead of just witnessing it from like my family and stuff, then it was kind of like a whole new ball game. And then when you start to see the rewards of remaining steadfast in your faith, it kind of clicks all the more. And so, I mean, not to say you should do it for the reward, you should do it because God is good. Yeah. But once I started to see, like, okay, like, no bad things can come from prayer and worship. Like, what? I mean, like, there's bad things are going to happen anyway, so why wouldn't I just, like, you know? So,
Yo, this is crazy, y'all. My sister is really a new woman.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give it a whole stack. I feel like this is why I had to talk to her about relearning yourself, because it's crazy. This is a whole nother woman in front of me. I don't know.
She says this because I mean, everybody I think has that moment where you just kind of mature a little bit. And whereas beforehand, I was a lot more reserved when it came to talking about my faith, which I think a lot of people are like that when you're younger. But when you kind of just grow up and have your own encounters, and honestly your circle too, like I am blessed in my circle of friendships where it's not taboo to talk about Jesus. Like it's not, you know, like we can sit together and we can watch our sermons and debrief about it, and I'm blessed in that regard to have that circle. Oh, that was another thing too. So when one of my line sisters from my sorority suggested that we do a Bible study together, so my line sisters and I started doing a Bible study together. It was right at that perfect timing when it was that post-grad summer, so I had already tapped into it my own from starting to read in school. And then when she said that, I was like, oh. She put it in our group chat. She was like, whoever wants to join, like, feel free. And I was thinking about it, like, should I do it? And I was like, you know what, just do it. Like, you know, you have no reason not to. So, and then, so once we started doing that, it was a whole nother level of it. And having that outlet to, like, fellowship with your friends was a whole different ballgame, because it's not, everybody doesn't get to do that, you know. So there's a lot of people where it's like they don't feel like they have a group of women their age that they can speak to about that stuff. So it is nice to have that, and I think that when you practice it and speak about it and see it in all areas of your life, it becomes less separate and less like, oh, I can only do this here with family, or I can only do this in the church. But no, like, you can talk about all of those things in that group when you have a group like that, which is,
you don't gotta show different faces in different places. That's what it's sounding like to me.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'm proud of my sister, because I feel like she's coming into her own even kind of quicker than I am. I still think that I'm struggling with finding a balance in my life. And I think that's something I have to pray on, and I have to, like, work on within myself, of finding that balance where I don't have to show so many faces.
It's
feel
tiring.
Like
it's
exhausting
to channel different versions of yourself.
It's so exhausting.
When you're used to doing it for so long, because I mean, I did that for a while, and it still takes a lot to unlearn. But it's so much more freeing to just be,
Yeah.
you know, how you are everywhere, and I don't know, yeah,
I think it's all a part of the process. I think with relearning yourself, I definitely think I'm still on my journey of achieving that. I'm proud of myself because I was scared at first to even talk about God on this YouTube thing that I'm doing, podcast, whatever y'all want to call it. I was really scared, and it was kind of like I don't want people to see me one way, or I don't want people to think that. I think it was just the thoughts of too much of I care about what people think, and I think I'm still moving through that. And I definitely proud of myself of where I am now, because I think a lot of things before I did care about, I don't really care about anymore, because I think I'm just kind of letting God try to move through my life, and I'm trying to not let the outside noise affect my purpose or the purpose God has for me.
exactly, and that's all in that. The whole thing of it feeling, you shouldn't feel ashamed to talk about God. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be, but sometimes it feels like that. If you know, so with the, like you said, the worry of people perceiving you in one way, but if you think about it, it's like at the end of the day, that is a part of who you are. That is a part of your beliefs, and just like anything else you share on this channel, that is just as much a part of you as anything else. So it's not something to be hidden, and if people can't accept your faith, then is that really people you you know want around you? So that's how I look at it, and yeah, that's something that I've definitely learned, and I'm grateful for my, because you can feel I feel like you can feel the shift when that door is open in your friendships, and it's definitely a shift for the better, I feel, and it kind of just flows over into all other areas. Just, I don't know, just being an all-around healthier person.
You seem like it.
Thank
You seem lighter, and the aspect that it just seems like you're just free, embracing life. If that makes sense. I'm sorry. I hope I'm making sense to y'all. Like, it just seems like she's grabbing life by the horns, and it's like literally Jesus take the wheel. That's what it feels like.
Am I grabbing life, or is God grabbing me?
Okay.
I don't
Preach,
know.
preacher. Preach, preacher. Because let these people know.
No, but it has been cool though. Like, yeah, it's been going, you know, good. I've been more consistent in the gym. Oh well, not as of this last month, but before this last month, yeah, like I lost 30 pounds. I've been.
Yo, my sister, that whole turnaround, man. She was not playing about the gym every morning. Ready to go?
And she wasn't ready to go. Let me tell you, she was not ready.
I was ready to go sometimes, but now I have to get up at 6 to go get ready for work. So.
New job.
But yeah, okay. So I have a question. Do you feel like I don't want to say your journey is complete, because I don't think it's complete. I think it's always happening. Do you feel like you have reached a point where you can really look back and be like, wow, I've changed for the better? Like, are you at that point in your journey that you feel like you can look at, like, I've done some things, I've changed, I've crossed some roads I didn't think I was gonna cross before? Like, do you feel like, I'm serious, do you feel like you on that type of time?
Yeah, I think I can acknowledge how far I have come, just as a person, personality wise, just growth. But I can definitely acknowledge that I, like everyone else, have a very long way to go. There's always more that can be done. I don't know. I think that there's always more ways you can grow. I don't think I'll ever be at a point where I can say I've reached 100% growth potential. Like, I don't know. I'm also still young, you know. I still have a lot of lessons to learn, but I do feel like I've come a long way from even just college, because I didn't feel like I changed that much throughout my years of college, which is crazy, because you go into college a lot of the times thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a completely different person when I come out of here. Oh, it's 4 years, your life could change, like the formative year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I went into it thinking that, and then when it came, like, I don't know, I felt like I didn't really change that much in college. Like I said, it didn't really start until my last semester of college and in that post-grad summer. So, yeah, it kind of all just happened suddenly, but I can acknowledge that. You know, come a little bit, made a little change, a little difference, which is good.
I'm so proud. Look at this so far, I start crying.
I've been crying. Why we gotta cry?
I'm so proud of her. Like, come on now. Like, if y'all didn't get something today, I don't know what y'all was watching. So, I'm hoping that you pick something up. I'm hoping that you guys use your tools in life. And if, you know, whatever it is for you, whatever you worship, whatever you feel like you need to keep going, make sure that you're using the right tools in your life. In our life, that's God. God is the tool, the Bible, that's our tools. So that was what we was taught, and that's the tools we have to pick up with us, I guess, with relearning ourselves. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Bye. Vhannah out. All right, preacher, preach on.